Okay, I wanted to do this video because I usually look on YouTube or online to see if someone's done a video on what it is I'm working on, and I didn't see anybody address a specific issue when dealing with this transfer case seal. This is the input shaft seal for this new process 273-F transfer case, and this goes on to 2002 Ford Excursion, same as a F250, F350, and it has the 4R100 transmission. What happens is this is the only seal between the transfer case and the transmission, and when this seal fails, transmission fluid is allowed to get past it, and so the transmission will run low on fluid, and if it gets low enough, it will burn up the transmission. And I've had this happen on another Ford vehicle, F250, and it got 4 quarts low and burned up, and I had no idea this was happening because it was getting past this seal, and what it does is it fills up the transfer case, which is supposed to hold 2 quarts, and you know, when it's in the vehicle, you fill it up to this fill hole here, this fill plug, and when it starts coming out, you stop, which is about 2 quarts. I was doing a normal service on this Ford Excursion, and I noticed when I drain the transmission that it's about 1.5 quarts, 2 quarts low, and I'm thinking, well, that's kind of strange because I really stay up on checking that. So I thought, well, while I've got it up on the rack, I'm going to go ahead and check the transfer case. I pull this plug out, and all this oil comes rushing out. I mean, all that, at least 1.5 quarts, maybe 2 quarts of oil came shooting out of that hole. It was way overfilled. And what it's doing is it's getting past this seal. There's no way you know this is happening. The only 2 ways to do it is to constantly be checking your transmission fluid to make sure that the level is correct, and also to pull that fill plug on the back of this transfer case, and if oil comes out, and it shouldn't, but if it comes out, that's the only way it's getting in there, is past this seal. Now, replacing this seal is fairly straightforward. It's I got a National 710652 seal. This is the old one right here that I took out. Came out with a screwdriver, gently going around it and loosening it up. It came out fairly easy. And then I used a large socket to drive this new one on. No big deal there. You're also going to need this gasket. This goes between the transfer case and the transmission. I got a Pioneer brand. It's a 749289. So you're going to need those items. But the thing that gave me the most trouble that I could not find online anywhere is how to get 2 of the bolts out on the top. This is the back of that 4R100 transmission. And this bolt up here, I just could not get anything on it. I couldn't get a wrench on it. I couldn't get a socket on it. And this one I could, but just barely, and it was real slow going. This one absolutely couldn't. I used swivels and all kinds of different, all the tools I had at my disposal. Couldn't get on that bolt. What I ended up doing was unbolting the cross member that holds the transmission, and I lowered the transmission, engine, everything down. You see by that amount right there. And that allowed me to have enough room to get up in there and get those bolts out. I also moved this heat shield about 1 foot back, and it was challenging, but there's about 6 bolts, and you can take it loose, and I just slid it back instead of removing the exhaust system, which was going to be a huge pain in the ass. This is what really gets in your way when it's moved about 1 foot forward. And so I actually could have lowered this further and gotten even more room up there, but I was getting in a bind because I have a starter that I bought, and it's a gear reduction starter that spins the engine about 1/3 faster than the stock one. And as you can see, it's a bigger unit, and it hits up against the front cross member here, so that puts it in a bind. So I couldn't go any lower than I did back there. But if you have a stock starter, you might be able to get more room, and you're going to want it because it's just absolutely impossible to get specifically on this bolt right here. And this is the only way. If you're going to leave everything in the vehicle, this is the only way to deal with it. This is that paper gasket. I've got to remove this and clean it up so I can put the new one on there. And then what you do is you've got a dowel pin here, an alignment dowel pin for the transfer case so that it hangs correctly. And what we were able to do is just pull it out enough to clear that pin, and then drop the long end down the end that would be connected to this front drive shaft, and you're able to drop it down to the 6 o'clock position and then just pull it back and let it down on the ground. Going to go back in the same way. Going to go up with 6 o'clock, get it onto this shaft right here carefully, and then rotate it up and set it on that dowel, put the bolts in, and then get everything back in place. So I hope that helps.